All right, good evening. This is the August 3rd Parks and Recreation Commission meeting. We do not have a quorum for this evening, so we will skip items 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the agenda. We will do department reports. So just to let you guys know, the baseball field fence was repaired. There's some issues in front of the dugout, the post split, and so that was repaired. We've been working on removing vegetation at Pocket Park. Right now it's just been filled in with mulch, and we will be addressing some of the pavers that have shifted and some of the maintenance needs here going forward. We've been experiencing some vandalism in the men's bathroom at City Park. And it looks like there's some possibly some diseased trees north of the playground in City Park. So we're going to be looking at some of that as well. And then also we've been working on we added some more crushed concrete out at Nisswa Lake Park because there was some large elevation change between the pavement when they redid the public water access and then the path into the trail. So we've added some material there to help ease the transition. For recreation, we haven't met here in the last couple of months, but tennis camp, safety town, and nature camp are all complete. T-ball and baseball programs ended in June. So we have wrapped up all of our summer programming and fall registration is open. So we have fall soccer, flag football, and dining etiquette. I've revamped the flag football a little bit. It used to be 3rd and 4th graders. We haven't had enough to run that program the last 2 years. So I've changed it just to 6 to 8-year-olds to see if we can get some more participation, and then we won't be able to participate in like the area's league. So we'll see how that goes this year. For parks, the Gull Lake Trail, we have submitted our application for the Greater Minnesota Regional Parks and Trails Commission. And that would be for funding for the last remaining section on 77. There's been a substantial amount of work completed thus far. All of Lower Roy Lake Road has been paved. And they might be paving Hazelwood as early as next week, possibly. So Nisswa is making great progress. Some of the materials that are needed in Lakeshore for the bridge and the boardwalk, we knew going into this they had a very long lead time, and that's still the case. And so that will probably be the last thing that's going to get completed.
Fairview is almost done with theirs.
Yeah, Fairview's making good progress as well. So there were a few drainage and ponding issues that we noticed when we've had rain. And so that some of those issues are going to get corrected here. And then the trail policy, which you guys reviewed, that was approved by City Council in June, and it is found on the website right now. For Camp Lincoln Road, those parcels, the survey work has been completed and the center line has been staked. They're kind of finishing the mapping of that. And then as soon as that's complete, the archaeological study can be conducted. So everyone's been kind of updated on all of that. We don't have a time for the archaeological study, but it should be here in the summer. Since we've gotten all the preliminary kind of engineering done for that. You guys have any questions? Okay. Just giving you a quick update on the marketing. So one of the last times we talked, we discussed doing 3D renderings. City Council did direct me to shop around a little bit. with some local companies, and we still ended up going with HKGI. I've had one meeting with them last week to go over some of their preliminary stuff. They did outsource the playground, so Flagship Landscape Structures is designing a mock-up of the playground for us, and that is included with the cost. So we are making progress on that. I do not have anything to show you guys here tonight. But they're kind of finalizing some of their last build outs for us to then be able to review here coming up shortly. When we discussed in February some of the master plan and how it might be funded, one of the options that we talked about was a local option sales tax. And I do want to let you guys know that there's a moratorium on that. So state legislation is going to be looking into that process and what that might look like. So as of right now, we are not taking any action on moving forward with a local option sales tax as a way to fund the updates. Any questions on marketing and such?
For the mock-up on that playground, do they have a, do they give you a time about when they think that they're gonna be ready for that to come in?
They were finishing building out, they kind of had an aerial of the park, and then they had two different playground designs that they wanted some feedback on, and so they'll insert those playground designs into the park. It should be within the next couple of weeks. I'm out of the office next week, so probably earliest we'd reconnect on it is middle of August. But it's getting pretty close for our review. Other questions? Okay. For new business, we are going to be doing site visits. We will do that last. So I just have one other final discussion and comment. Wanted to bring to your attention. City Council is going to be introduced to the topic of smoking and smoking marijuana in the park. So I just want to give you guys, now that marijuana is legal in Minnesota, different cities and park boards and things like that, they're looking at their ordinances and reviewing and discussing what policies they want in place. Currently, we do not have anything listed on our signs or in our ordinance regarding smoking in public spaces such as the park. But there was an article in the Dispatch with Brainerd's Park Board and kind of some of their considerations. So there's a lot of layers to it, a lot of things to consider. That was a very good article bringing up a lot of different perspectives on the topic. So just wanted to kind of let you guys know that that's going to go to City Council here in August, and then probably additional discussions could be asked of this commission coming into the fall. So wanted to give you guys the heads up on that one. Any other comments, discussions?
Amber, did you have any, last time we reconnected, you were gonna look in to see if there was any brooms that we could have for those pickleball courts?
It's been put out there
So,
just recently, but yes.
okay. Do we know if we could put anything out? What was
We hung it out there.
there's a broom out there?
Mhm.
Oh,
It was within the last week-ish.
oh, cool, okay.
Put out the squeegee,
That's what we need for those.
and we
hot-
needed that one
just
this
for the
week.
rain.
And then we, knowing that it's coming into acorn season,
Yep.
the broom is also out there.
Thank you.
Other questions, comments? Okay, so we will be going on site visits to City Park. That is the one with the hockey rink and the playground, Pocket Park, which is the one on the east side of the tunnel, and Nisswa Lake Park, which is on the west side of the tunnel. So we will be closing down the meeting and the video here. We will be walking or driving, whatever you need to do, to those 3 locations. Our next meeting is scheduled for September 7th. Otherwise, we will adjourn this meeting.